with the passing of John Witherspoon, I've been thinking, do we show enough admiration for our black legends when they're alive?
I don't think so. John Witherspoon has done a lot for the black community, just in movie context. You know, I'm not gonna get into social injustices and all that, but just in the movie context, some of the characters he played, some of the, the laughs that he's brought, it was inspirational. You know, obviously he's been. I can think of multiple roles that personally that affected me greatly. Obviously, all the Friday movies.
Of course.
Him telling Craig not to get the gun. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we need in this day and age, because nowadays everybody's killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? The first thing they do is grab the gun. You know what I'm saying? And that is a big symbol of, you might as well fight it out and get it over with than taking somebody's life. And that mattered. You know what I'm saying? Obviously him as Pops and the Wayans brothers. Another crucial figure. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot of things. And obviously Granddad on Boondocks.
Yeah.
So think about how much he's done. And it's just 3 roles I named, off the top of my head. He's done way more than that. They say, I'm pretty sure he's done Boomerang. There's a lot of things he's done. But, John Witherspoon is a legend. You know what I'm saying? Or
absolute
was a
legend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, we got people like Bernie Mac who, passed away early and things of that nature.
And I don't even hear people mentioning Bernie anymore.
We don't talk about Bernie as much. So it's like, we kind of got to get, get to this idea where we throw flowers while they're alive instead of throwing flowers while they're dead.
I've seen it when it comes to other communities. They tend to constantly appreciate like their old actors. You know what I mean? Certain actors like De Niro. Yes. Like, you know what I mean? De Niro's been in the industry forever, and he still gets this praise, this admiration everywhere he goes. Not saying that, if somebody, saw John, they weren't saying, oh, wow, like, showing him some admiration. But I'm saying, like, directors will continue to lift De Niro. Yeah. They'll continue to give him work. They'll continue to present De Niro with prize after prize after prize. But we kind of like, as soon as like a wave dies of our artist, we kind of just look the other way and forget that the artist ever did great work. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like, another thing I feel like is like, for instance, De Niro, even like, he gets more opportunities to be in movies, because of how great he was. But if you think about it, Friday was a great movie. People say it's a great black movie. It was a great movie in general. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot of great things. So I feel like he never really got the push though, into like, more movies besides the black movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's kind of messed up also that we see. Now mind you, obviously, black people don't need or want anything from anybody else anyway. But it is kind of messed up that, this is a legend in our time. And then when I look, on Twitter and when I look on all these other things, everybody's like, oh man, he's amazing. But did y'all give him that same love while he was alive? Because, I mean, why didn't he play in bigger roles? Why didn't he? You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you,
why wasn't he given that opportunity to be in a $100 million film?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no shade towards other comedians, but he was a very funny character. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's other comedians that don't have the same accolades and don't have the same type of, response compared to John Witherspoon. They got more, opportunities and more push to the mainstream media. And that's kind of the problem that I see, like, there's only, like, the whole idea that there's only one black man on at one time. Yeah. Kind of idea is what the problem is.
Yeah, well, that's actually a reality. If you're the hot, like, black comedian at the time, they'll put you in every movie. They'll put you, you'll do every little show. You'll do all the big sets. People, it's like everybody has to follow you. It's just a strange behavior that Hollywood has always had when it comes to black actors and things like that. Right now it's Kevin Hart's time. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
And sooner or later, another black comedian will come up, and then I guess it'll be his decade to have where he's allowed to be in movies and he's allowed to do this. Hopefully, in my opinion, I hope it changes because of, black studios being popped up and all types of diverse studios being built.
But see, my thing is, even though like black studios are getting built and all this black whatever, we have to stop this with it's a black movie. You know what I'm saying? it's just a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the mainstream doesn't see the movies that we consider classics in the black community because they consider black movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem. That's part of the reason why these guys don't, you know, get to branch off and do other things.
But that's them categorizing it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't categorize Titanic as a white movie. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We categorize it as Titanic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's part of the issue that I see, that, you know, and I think the next person that's probably going to be on is Jay Farrell. I feel like they're kind of growing and moving him to be the next, you know, black comedian that's on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Kevin Hart's time is going to be, you know, dying down soon, and then they're going to push another person. And it's sad because, again, we have so many great black comedians. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's up to us to change the narrative. It's up to us to change the landscape itself, because you have to realize we are in control now of a lot of our own destinies. We know how these contracts work now. We know how movie contracts work. We know how music contracts work.
Definitely.
So we're doing a lot of independent thing. And when it comes to online, you have a lot of YouTubers, Instagrammers that are creating content constantly, and now they're having a following that rivals a lot of these big celebrities. And that is the way for them to kind of shift and move to their own platforms and create their own films and put things together, and still have an audience that'll show up and watch, because black people will show up to the theaters and watch.
We actually seen that with Black Panther and a lot of these movies, but obviously Get Out and all that. But that's why you see a lot of, like, when I watch Instagram guys, I'm seeing a lot of black, like, celebrities, like black comedians. Jay Farrell was in a few skits with Carrie Boy and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm seeing these guys actually, you know what I'm saying, kind of link up, especially when you get that kind of following. Actual black celebrities will be in your movies. I seen NBA stars was in was in an Instagram, or was in a skit before. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, these guys are kind of getting, you know, some camaraderie and some, you know, some recognition. So hopefully that causes a wave where, you know what I'm saying, you're not just, you know, a guy in the limelight for 5 seconds and then out of it.
Yeah.
Ha Davis, you know what I'm saying, he was the one who brought out Jalen Ramsey in training camp. Somehow he had to bring out a Brinks truck. So these guys are mingling with NFL players, NBA players, black celebrities, movie stars and stuff like that. So hopefully that narrative changes.
Well, hopefully the community uplifts and pushes each other and takes it to another level. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss a video. And make sure you check out my boy,
LCameraTV.
Till next time.